Hey folks, I'm sitting in bed today trying to warm up to make this video because I went out
How high is this thing now?
and made a video that I'm going to edit together here in a bit. And I think you'll like it. It's for camso tracks on ATVs. And it's pretty cold out here right now on December 8th. It's only 15 degrees. So I froze my butt off out there doing this. It took about a mile ride in the icy swamp wilderness here, so you get to check these tracks out. They're pretty cool. There's a lot of caveats to these things. If you're interested, they're on a Polaris Ranger 570. What do I think about them? They're awesome if you need them and you know what you're gonna do with them. I wouldn't put them on anything unless you really 75% of the time need them. There's the caveats I talk about. They definitely gear you down so that you're kind of restricted to maybe a sprinting pace. If you're in low gear, it's a pretty fast walk. They definitely slide sideways on the ice if you're not careful. They widen the vehicle by a substantial amount, which can be a plus or a minus, depending.
It's definitely
There's a ton of maintenance on the track. They have break-in period. You could hurt them. You're supposed to use them in four-wheel drive all the time. Because they don't want you driving with one track and wearing out the lugs. They definitely work best in snow. You use them in mud, water, and wet as well, but they're definitely designed for the snow. There's more maintenance when you work them in mud because you have to clean them and stuff, and the mud's hard on the seals,
slippery on the ice,
the bearings, and just all the surfaces because of the grit. Hard ground, frozen ground without snow, they definitely run rough. There's not enough cushion, there's not a lot of a rubber tire pneumatic tire, I should say, to take up a lot of the shock. So there's a lot of caveats to these things, but the plus sides are amazing. Like the traction you get, the float you get, pounds per square inch of the machine. It's really the only way to get traction and less weight per square inch. Because on a tire sometimes it doesn't work quite as well in that aspect, but these big lug tracks are pretty cool. You're gonna like them. Like I said, if you need them, we went over a lot of thin ice, and you could see I could hear the ice crack, but the machine didn't break through. They're pretty awesome for, like I said, when you need them. We did break through some ice at the very end, and the water was pretty deep out there, and we weren't dressed or prepared for that if we had to get out of the machine, so we just backed out and didn't go that way, turn around. It's hard to steer them. Another caveat, you have to be careful. You're doing more 3-point turns, 4-point turns, rather than you can't just whip around and you'll damage the tracks. Toe-in maintenance, stuff like that. They're harder on the vehicle. But I'll get to editing this video and let you check them out.
Yeah, it's amazing how light on its tracks it is now. Haven't tracked good. The water's went down 2 or 3 inches.
So all in all, if you have these tracks, or if you decide to get these tracks, you really need to pay attention to your maintenance. They want you to get like a track stretch gauge and stuff like this to make sure that the track isn't stretching and getting out of spec before you have to you have to retighten these things. And so if you need these things, they're great. So I think they come at a price of about $5,000 installed. So I don't know, find your dealer, see if you want these things. But so far, we're pretty happy with the setup we have on ours, and hopefully use it for some coyote hunting this winter and some access to swamps in the summer. See you later, guys.